Welcome back to my Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today in this rather hot wetter weather we are having here in the UK. If you don't know the news, you probably don't follow UK news unless you actually live here. We are in for record heat this summer, which is something you sort of get used to, I suppose, year on year with the whole climate change thing going on and all that. Not to start this episode off on such a dour note, I suppose, but we're in for up to 43 degrees Celsius, I believe, this summer. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I think that must be like 108 or something in Fahrenheit. Hold on. Let's see how good my Celsius to Fahrenheit innate conversion is. 43 C in Fahrenheit. Oh, 109 Fahrenheit. I was so close. But anyway, that's pretty hot. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 3:11 PM on Monday, July 11th, 2022. Yeah, so I talk about the heat a lot in the UK, and I know other countries tend to get a lot of higher heats. Certainly if you're closer to the equator or anything, if you're in like a more of a Mediterranean country, etc., 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 you are likely to probably be quite used to the 40 degrees Celsius or higher heats. It's just a bit weird in the UK to have it because, for one, the UK is not particularly not until like the recent past 2 decades or maybe past decade or so. It didn't really used to be so hot. And also part of the reason is because it's something like, I forget about it, but it's a video I learnt where it taught me something about where ages go in the UK, about the cold temperatures in the UK tend to feel colder than cold temperatures in some other countries, not all other countries, of course, due to something about the water, the percentage of water moisture in the air in the UK or something. It like raises the specific heat capacity of the air, so it's something like it absorbs more energy per like degree it changes, something like that. I don't quite remember my thermodynamics all too well, but it's something along those lines. I assume it works in the other direction as well for heat, but I don't really know. But anyway, the bigger problem when it actually comes to being in UK for heat is the fact that the UK is not particularly well adapted to expecting hot weather. Like I say this all, but I talk about this every summer, but UK houses are built to trap in heat because we're more used to having cold temperatures a lot of times. So we have like brick houses, which are pretty good insulation. All our windows tend to be double glazed, which is basically where we get 2 window panels and have like a pocket of air or something. I think it's a pocket of air. I don't imagine it's a vacuum. That doesn't sound right to me. Trapped between the 2 glass panels to help trap in heat, something like that. I don't really recall how it works, but anyway, it's all meant to be about trapping in heat. Like we have insulation all in like our lofts and apartments and that sort of thing, because we, as you say, we want to make sure that our winters don't get too cold. And our houses tend to be quite old. Like it's not unusual to see the house like a couple 100 years old or something like that. So of course, the houses were built sort of with their specifications at the time. Nowadays they've been more like updated, I suppose, to modern specifications rather than affixing to the old previous specifications. But still, it's like it's rather ingrained within the architecture to try and keep heat in, which is a bit of a problem when it comes to summer temperatures. Now that because of climate changes, summer temperatures are getting rather warm. It means that we're trying to keep heat in when really we should be trying to keep heat out. But obviously you can't just like change your entire house for every single season, so it's sort of just like what do you do about it? You just got to survive. And most people in the UK are not particularly well fashioned to not well fashioned isn't the right word, but aren't used to hot temperatures. Certainly over the past couple of years I think people are starting to get used to it, so it is a little bit worrying because I worry for the elderly population, especially. There's a lot of high percentage of elderly population, I suppose, and live in the sort of area I live in, and it's a bit worrying because it's like you don't want people who aren't your grandparents or anything like that, but you could be old enough to be your grandparents to just like overheating or die of sweltering heat, because that's something you hear quite often. It's like it's not good things all around. I'm sorry, this is such a sour note to Animal Crossing. This is not really what I want to spend my time talking about, sad and depressing things. If anything, Animal Crossing and hopefully my videos are a form of escape of that. So we're just there. You got to face reality at some point. So there's our facing reality. Put reality to the side. Let's substitute it with our own fantastical realm of magic and fantasy. I suppose that's what a sort of combination of magistry ends up being. So yeah, I don't know, what should we talk about? Obviously it's hot. Obviously it's perfect weather for ice cream, and you might be like, what's your favourite flavour of ice cream, dear darling? And you probably wouldn't be all too surprised to know that I'm not like a huge fan of sweet things, but I do quite like ice cream. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I don't love ice cream enough that I would eat it outside of summer months. Certainly, restricted to hot weather months. I think is when I'd eat ice cream. I'm not the sort of person to eat ice cream in winter. Or like, you know, even in like cooler months of like autumn and spring, if you're like, oh, do you want an ice cream on your crepe? I'd be like, why did I order a crepe? I don't really want a crepe in the first place. But you know, if push came to shove, I'd be like, sure, why not? I suppose it completes a dish in certain factors, but it's not exactly my favourite part. But I do like I would say I like ice cream more than the average sweet thing. So you know, even though I may not all too highly rate any sort of sweet treat, ice cream I think tends to rate quite highly on that list. So I mean, I always used to say rainbow sorbet is my favourite ice cream flavour, and I suppose now I'm reflecting on it, I don't actually know if that's true. It certainly was true when I was much younger, when I was like around 13 or something. And the only reason I say this, it's the stupidest thing, because there used to be a shopping centre I used to go to with my family. Like we used to go like I don't know, once a month or something, not too often. And I like going to that shopping centre for a couple of reasons. One, one of the main reasons is because that's where they had Game, which is a game shop, a video game shop store, and the Game used to be pretty good. Back in my day, about a decade ago or something, it used to be pretty good because it used to actually stock quite like a wide variety of games. They'd always have the mainstream titles, of course, but they'd also have a lot of smaller titles that you wouldn't hear about, and they'd often stock titles from previous consoles and accessories or those sort of things. Like at the time, obviously the Wii was all the rage around that sort of time, but they still stocked GameCube games and the GameCube accessories and that sort of thing, so that's why I got all my GameCube stuff. And I used to spend a lot of time just sort of browsing the video games and like reading like the backs of the boxes of games I read about online and that sort of thing. And sometimes I buy a game from there or not. Game nowadays is not so good. It's overpriced for one. It's like far more expensive now. It's now like more expensive in things like Tesco's, which is the craziest part. And often, a lot of times, people now buy games digitally, which Game does not really facilitate. I think Game is slowly trying to transition into a place like sort of like gaming cafe, like lounge area or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, that shopping centre used to have a Game, but it also used to have like as it's quite typical for shopping centres, they used to have like areas where you can get like food. You know, there'd be like a pretzel stand thing, and I think there was a cookie one. I never got a pretzel, never got a cookie from that sort of thing, mainly because there's a combination of me not having much of a sweet tooth, and I'm sure my parents would just be like, oh, you could just get, you know, huge amounts of cookies or whatever if we, you know, went to a different store and bought them in bulk, and I was just like, yeah, you're right. I mean, I just didn't get those cookies in the first place. It's an ongoing sort of theme throughout my childhood, or probably why I never ended up developing much of a sweet tooth. Because it would always be like, oh, you know, I want to go to a vending machine. Like, I have this memory, like when I used to take skiing lessons, when I was really thirsty, like after a thing, and you know, I had some water, and my father came to pick me up, and there was a vending machine which had like Coca-Cola, and I was like, can I get a Coca-Cola bottle from a vending machine? And my father was like, oh, you know, we can buy them in bulk from a supermarket, and that sort of thing, and it'd be like a third of the price. So, you know, it's not really worth it buying from a vending machine. Fair point. And then he was like, do you want us to go get some? And I was like, oh, not really. I just kind of want a you know, Coca-Cola now. So, you know, I didn't get Coca-Cola. I just drank water. And it does seem a bit cool. And I feel like there's a bit of a weird balance, you know. I'm not going to be here to talk about my upbringing or anything like that, because that's a little bit of the thing. But, you know, you can probably see that in like why now I have such a strangely analytical core to the way I make decisions, despite having a very sort of like emotional and I'm not sure, whimsical heart to it. It's a weird combination. But anyway, that's not really the point. The point is ice cream. So I never actually had ice cream apart from this one time we actually went to a shopping centre. I can't remember why. I think it must have been like a summer month or something, and it must have been extraordinarily hot. So you know, I think my parents actually suggested that we actually got ice cream from like an ice cream stand in the shopping centre. So of course I got it, and then I saw one called rainbow sorbet, and I was like, I have no idea what rainbow sorbet is. I'm gonna try it. I tried it, and it was absolutely delicious. I loved it. I know now it's basically like the equivalent of tropical juice. It's like pineapple. It's like pineapple, mango, and it's not a strawberry. I can't remember. It's basically a load of combination of quite tropical fruits, all combined together into. I don't actually think it's a sorbet. I actually think it's just normal ice cream flavour. It's just called rainbow sorbet. And I'm not gonna lie, rainbow sorbet is a very appetising name in the first place. So props to whoever made it up in the first place. But I remember it's just, it looks kind of white, and it's got like streaks of orange, pink, and maybe even blue in it. I don't remember. I don't know if it's a common flavour or if it's just that brand. Let's see. Rainbow sorbet. I don't even know what brand it was, I'm going to be honest. Whoa, this rainbow sorbet does not look at all how I remember. Baskin Robbins. Oh, but, okay, this rainbow sherbet. Oh, what's this? American? No, I'm joking. It looks basically like a Baskin Robbins rainbow sherbet. It's pink, orange, and white. This has a lot more pink and orange in it than I recall. There's a lot of other ones here with like green in it, which I've never seen. I don't actually know what's in rainbow sorbet. What flavour is rainbow sorbet? Pineapple, orange, and raspberry. That's it. I thought it was raspberry. I didn't know why I didn't say raspberry. Anyway, I tried it and I was like, this is delicious. And I liked it a lot. Nowadays, I do like it a lot because it's a thing I commonly say. I tend to like fruity flavours over things like chocolate, etc. And other sort of sweet flavours like candy floss, caramel. I mean, I don't mind. The thing is, I don't mind caramel. I don't mind chocolate, but I do prefer dark chocolate a lot more than the other chocolates nowadays. Which you might be like, what? Dark chocolate's so bitter, you know? I like it a lot more. Like, milk chocolate's fine, but dark chocolate better. White chocolate, I used to love white chocolate when I was younger, but now I'm just like, I'd much rather have dark chocolate. I quite take after my mother, and I suppose in that regard, because she quite likes dark chocolate. But anyway, nowadays, what would be my favourite ice cream flavour? I don't know. Like, other basic flavours, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Because I think when I was younger, I would absolutely say strawberry. Nowadays, I'm not so sure, because now the strawberry ice cream tastes way too sweet. Like, it tastes sweeter than actual strawberries. And strawberries are a nice sort of balance of, you know, not overly sweet, but, you know, quite refreshing at the same time, I think. I think strawberry ice... I think it's just the nature of ice cream is all the flavours are quite concentrated in it in the first place, right? They're quite sort of like, mushed down together to really get the maximum amount of the essence out, which results in the strawberry ice cream being quite... Oh, sure thing, yeah. I couldn't figure out what Apollo was asking me for a second there. Quite concentrated in the first place for flavours, just to make sure, you know, you actually get the full amount of taste out, I suppose, out of it, right? I forgot what I was going to say. But nowadays it might be chocolate, because I guess I've already got built into my mind that I kind of expect chocolate to be quite sweet in the first place. But on the other hand, I do like vanilla yogurt quite a lot. But I don't know if that translates to liking vanilla ice cream as much in the first place. And you might be like, what about mint? I used to really like mint when I was younger as well, but I don't know. I think I prefer chocolate. I think I would prefer a dark chocolate ice cream over mint. I think mint and strawberries about the same. And it's actually probably about the same as vanilla. I don't know. There's not much sort of like difference between my flavours of ice cream I prefer. Now you might be like, dear darling, what about some stranger flavours of ice cream? Okay, you might be like, what about caramel? I do quite like caramel, but when it's got the actual caramel syrup in it as well, I do find it a bit too overly sickly sweet, I suppose. What other sort of strange flavours? Like bubblegum? I've never even tried it, so I don't know. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to mind. I need to like a list of ice cream flavours, like peanut butter. I haven't tried a lot of these ice cream flavours now that I'm thinking of, so I don't know why I'm saying them. Ice cream... Oh man, this just reminds me, because I went on this big trip with a lot of my friends to Italy. Not just to Italy, it was actually to multiple countries in Europe, but one of the places was Italy. And, oh yeah, do you want to visit other... Oh, sure. I can't remember where in Italy it was. Was it in Florence? It might have been in Florence. I think it's Florence, which is just like a city in Italy. And there's like this gelato... Actually, there's two places now. There's one in Rome and there's one in Florence. There's one in Rome, which has some really nice... had a really nice gelato place. And it actually ended up having... like one of my favourite like ice creams I've ever had, which is one called stracciatella, which is basic. I think it's like a vanilla base with like dark chocolate shavings or something inside it, and that's normally my sort of go-to flavour now for ice cream, because it's sort of like a nice balance of not being overly sweet or anything, but you know, got a nice sort of flavour of taste to it in first place. Anyway, if you're wondering why this room set us up as a happy birthday, it's because it was one of my friend's birthday ages ago, and I forgot to actually show him his room back when it was his birthday. And then I just never updated it since. Okay, that's America's top 10 favourite ice cream flavours. Vanilla, top. Fine. Chocolate, also good. Cookies and cream. I don't think I've ever had cookies and cream, so I don't really... No, I must have had it before. I don't know, I guess that's kind of on the line of stracciatella, so I probably actually prefer a bit more than chocolate. I don't know, but it depends how overly sweet it is. Mint chocolate chip, it's fine. I think it's a bit... it's fallen out of favour of my own taste buds, I suppose, in modern times. Chocolate chip cookie dough. I don't really care that much about cookie dough. I know some people out there love cookie dough. I don't mind making cookies. I can bake, you know, pretty good cookies, I like to think, but I don't really care about the actual, oh, you want to see the rest of the place? Well, why did you sit down in the middle of one of the rooms, eh? The actual cookie dough ice cream itself, I'm not like I'm dying to taste it, you know? Buttered pecan, literally never tasted. Cookie dough, but that's basically the same as chocolate chip cookie dough, come on. Strawberry's pretty good. I'm surprised it's so low down. Moose tracks, I don't even know what that is. Neapolitan's quite nice, I don't know. I always like flavours which tend to be a combination of a load of different flavours together. Even if the flavours don't necessarily work together or anything like that. I just like, I don't know, it's sort of like I like the idea of it more than the actual taste, because I don't really care about the taste all too much. Mint chocolate chip, butter pecan, other cookies and cream, Rocky Road. Also never tried, so I don't really know what's in it. Coffee. This is the thing I always say. I actually really like the flavour of coffee, but I don't drink coffee because I don't want the caffeine flavour, because I don't want the effects of caffeine. I don't want to have like any sort of reliance on caffeine when I wake up in the morning. Not at least not a strong reliance, because you know I do drink tea in the morning sometimes. Or anything like that. I don't want this sort of situation to unfold where it's just like, oh, you know, to wake up in the morning and I need like a cup of coffee or something. Oh, I forgot to move this thing again. I was meant to. It's rude to redecorate. Come on, pick this up. No. It's still spinning. Does it ever stop? Whoa. I just want to see if Apollo talks about his photo. Because I've heard that if you invite villagers around to your house and you show them... And if you show them your photo, they'll be like, oh, you have a photo up of me. I'm touched. I mean, I guess, Apollo, you can see the basement as well. The basement's not even very interesting because it's just got a load of gifts I was meant to give out to the villagers, but, you know, never did. Back when I tried to plan out their outfits. I don't even have your poster up here, Apollo, because you hadn't moved in by that time. But yeah, anyway, I like the flavour of coffee. I just don't drink coffee because I don't want caffeine. And you might be like, why don't you drink decaf? And I'm just like, I don't know, that's actually a good point. I guess I'd rather start my morning off with tea. It's just like, I like the flavour of coffee as like a thing for like tiramisu, for like cakes, etc, etc, etc. My mistake. Oh, okay, now you leave, Apollo. Okay. Take care, Apollo. Nice to see you around. Chocolate chip, pistachio. Pistachio, also never tried. Heard it's quite good, though. What do I think about pistachio nuts? I quite like pistachio nuts. Birthday cake. Oh, I never actually finished my story about the Italy ice cream. I forgot. So, yeah, but there was one which was stracciatella, which was really nice, and I liked that. That was from Rome. Where in Rome is it? I don't know. It's quite near the centre of Rome, down some random street. I don't remember what the gelato shop was off the top of my head. But there's one in Florence we went to. We also went to get gelato. We got gelato a lot, you know. My friends have sweet tooth, and I can't really blame them for wanting to get a lot of gelato. But I remember one of them, it was pretty crazy because they had a huge amount of flavours just on their wall. And I remember, like, I was speaking to my friend about it and being like, one of them is called Grandma's. It was called like Grandma's birthday cake, which I guess is just or maybe it's just called Grandma's cake or something. And I was like, I have no idea what that is. I've got to try it because I didn't order it first time. You know, I ordered whatever I ordered first time, and then I took some time while my friends were ordering to look up a menu, and I was like, oh, Grandma's cake. What on earth is that? So when we went around the next day, I tried to order it. They were out of Grandma's cake, whatever that is. I don't know if that's just a common thing or not. Let's see. Italy ice cream Grandma's cake. I swear that's what it was. Grandma's Italian flavour. I swear that's what it was called. It was Grandma's something. Maybe it wasn't Grandma's cake. It was Grandma flavour. Grandma's cream. Was that it? Grandma's tart ice cream. Granita. Must include Grandma. It was something very strange where I was just like, I had to try it. Just to see what on earth it is. Anyway. Some Italian gelato was quite nice. What other sort of flavours are pretty good? This looks like a binging or Babbage thing. I don't know. They seem to have made a croissant Macaroni cheese. I don't even know what that last one is, I'm going to be honest. Pistachio. Blueberry and mango were there? I would not have expected that. I didn't. Not that blueberry and mango I deem to be like bad flavours or anything, but like I don't think I've ever seen them offered as them. No, I've seen like mango sorbet. Isn't it weird how sorbet it's called sherbet in America, isn't it? Oh, I didn't mean to pick it up. I don't know if they're different, sorbet or sherbet, or if it's literally just like a regional difference. Cross the pond, as they might say. I'm trying to think what other ice cream. I do think matcha ice cream is quite nice, and I have had that before. You know what's really cool when we do the ice creams? If you have like an ice cream artisan person, like they got like, instead of like a grill, they got like one of those cooling plates, and they like make those ice cream rolls. They go like chop, and they incorporate ice cream in through that way. That's always really cool to see. Oh, Sahara's here. We should probably actually get some stuff from you. I would have thought we probably have all the rugs and wallpapers and flooring that you could possibly give us, but you know, we might as well get some. Yeah, okay, we got enough. Whatchamacallit? What is it called? Bells. I can't remember what currency's called. We've got enough bells in our pocket. Superman ice cream flavour. Never even heard of that one. Why don't we do UK top ice cream flavours? Because I remember, like, I went on like a tour in like the Cadbury factory or something at one point for a school trip, and it talked about the regional sweet taste differences between America and the UK. And one of the things I remember is that mint is really popular as a chocolate flavour here in the UK compared to America, where basically it doesn't really exist. And then in America they have cinnamon as a very common sort of like flavour for either like chocolate, or maybe it's just sweets in general. Well, basically I don't think I've seen a cinnamon flavoured sweet here in the UK, but I don't know. These are the UK's top 10 favourite ice cream flavours. Do you think a 99p flake is up there? Oh wait, but 99p flakes aren't even 99p anymore. And I only know that because one of my friends bought one. we were hanging out at a different friend's house or whatever, and I got ice cream truck pulled up along. So he ran outside to get some ice cream, and he got a 99p flake, and it wasn't 99p. It was like £1.20 now or something. Not inflation proof apparently. Sure, let me now exchange your soul. Okay, so Britain's top: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, mint chocolate chip. Let's get mysterious flooring. I don't know. Caramel, salted caramel. I think caramel and salted caramel is fine. Do I prefer caramel or do I prefer salted caramel? I'm not sure if No, I have had salted caramel ice cream. I don't really remember what it tastes like apart from caramel plus salt. Probably tastes interesting. I don't know. Rum and raisin. I don't think I've ever had before. By the way. So I don't know if that's any good. Pistachio again, haven't had. Raspberry, haven't had. Coffee, have had. I think it's quite nice. Honestly, coffee. I think coffee's up there for one of the nicest ice cream flavours. And that just might be my bias of being like, I like a coffee flavour, but don't want to drink coffee and don't want caffeine effects. Cookies and cream. I don't know. I feel like I've had cookies and cream, but I don't really know. Now you might be like, okay, what's the best ice cream company? You know what? I actually really like Magnum ice cream lollies. They're actually some of my favourites, I will certainly say. When it comes to ice cream, I don't know. I guess if I like chocolate, it's got to be like some sort of luxurious velvety sort of chocolate. That's what I like. And Magnum, you know, it fulfills that niche. What do I think about Haagen-Dazs? I think Haagen-Dazs is pretty good. What do I think about Ben & Jerry's? I don't think I very often have Ben & Jerry's. I don't remember even the last time I've had it in the first place. But it is a favourite of my friends. My friends do like Ben & Jerry's quite a lot. And I know Ben & Jerry's have a lot of nice flavours. Baskin Robbins. I don't remember the last time I had Baskin Robbins either, to be perfectly honest. So I think I prefer Haagen-Dazs out of all of those. I don't think I can name another ice cream company. Apart from, you know... Oh, what's that one which... I picture the tub. It got like an oval tub. Hold on. UK ice cream companies. No, not Ice Ollies, not Haagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry's, not Asda. You're kidding me. I can picture their tubs. They have like an oval-esque tub. And they're like a cheap brand, sort of. No, not Kevin. I don't know what any of these are. Oh, that's it. Carte d'Or. Which I guess means ice cream of gold? Wait, no, hold on. Because a la carte is with ice cream. What does a la carte actually mean? Like, translated literally. No, wait, a la carte is separately. Wait, what's with ice cream? A la with ice cream. A la mode is with ice cream. In fashion is up to date. What? Or North Americans with ice cream. A la carte. What does that literally, what does carte literally mean? Literally, according to the menu. According to the menu. Oh, so carte is menu. So menu of gold. That's what carte d'or means. Anyway, carte d'or is quite a popular brand in the UK, which I see quite a lot. I always saw them as like a sort of step below, you know, Haagen-Dazs, Magnum, or Set, or whatever. They're like your basic brand, despite they're obviously not a basic brand, because a basic brand is actually technically like Tesco's. Like I can imagine with Tesco's one, but Tesco's like giant white tubs or whatever, or whatever supermarket you've gone to. And carte d'or is like a step above that, and then you got like Ben and Jerry, and then it's like a branching path of like evolution, where you get the Ben and Jerry's and Baskin Robbins on one side, and you get the Haagen-Dazs and Magnum on the other side. And I'm very much of a Haagen-Dazs and Magnum compared to the Ben and Jerry's and Baskin Robbins. Not that I've got anything against Ben and Jerry's and Baskin Robbins, but I know it's just what I grew up with. Haagen-Dazs, well, not really grew up with, but what I had. I don't even recognise most of these other brands. I'm also not much of an ice cream eater in the first place. Like, I don't think, you know, when I live by myself, I don't think I ever bought ice cream for myself. I'm trying to think, like, especially in university, even on hot days. Well, to be fair, I wasn't there for hot days throughout summer, but I don't think I ever bought ice cream for myself. I don't really care about ice cream. I also, you know, I don't buy a lot of things for myself. As I say, I'm very sort of like practical. Food, drink, sustenance for me. And I don't tend to buy like treats or sweets or anything like that, or alcohol or soft drinks. I just buy what I need. I just buy, you know, my usual like chicken thighs and just assorted vegetables and then a carbohydrate or some sort. Boom, done. I guess I do buy cheese sometimes, but even then I only buy cheddar really, so I don't even buy very fancy cheese. Maybe I've got to treat myself more. No, I can't right now because we've got about 3 minutes left, Phoebe, to round this episode off. But, you know, thank you for the offer. But I think we'll round off this episode here. So, I don't know, what's your favourite flavour of ice cream? I don't really decide. I should pick one. Okay. I think stracciatella would just be my favourite flavour of ice cream. Stracciatella. Cheese? Soup? Ice cream. It's a mix of milk-based ice cream with irregular shavings of chocolate. Oh, yeah, because milk ice lollies. I actually really loved milk ice lollies when I was younger. Inspired by stracciatella soup made from egg and broth. Fair enough. What does stracciatella mean in, just means chocolate chip? What? It's the diminutive derived from the verb to shred. Okay, so it's like shredded ice cream. I gotta say, maybe it's stracciatella. Maybe that's my favourite ice cream flavour. There's a list of ice cream flavours on Wikipedia. Oh my god, there's so many. Crab? Pardon me? Oh, great. Garlic? Oyster? This is clearly a list created by a lunatic. What on earth? Garlic ice cream. I would try it though. It has been featured at many garlic festivals, including Gilroy Garlic Festival. Fair enough. It's from a San Francisco restaurant. But I did not know that was a thing. I don't know if people even eat it in the first place, but it seems more like more of a joke. Like an inside joke. Crab. A Japanese creation. Weird. From Hokkaido. I suppose that makes sense. Zombies are absolute madness. Oh great, it doesn't even have a Wikipedia article about it. Moon Mist. It's a Canadian one. Sounds quite nice. Grape banana and blue raspberry. Raspberry Ripple, that's quite a common one in the UK at least. Okay, it's only popular in the UK. What on earth? What did I put on with his Fisher jacket? Tiger tail. Something in Canada. Orange flavoured ice cream with swirls of black licorice. Interesting. Wow, there's so many. Anyway, I'm going to round off this episode here. Man, so what on earth are these? Oh, I do want to see what the Superman is. It's so brightly coloured. What flavour is it? It doesn't say what flavour it is. Is a hard to place flavour? What? But what is it? Oh well, who cares? Anyway, I'm going to wrap off this episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me, Dear Darling, Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.